way to fight because, of course, you're going to get hit more. But now because your feet are mobile, your body become more of a target. Yet, if you're the better puncher or you're the stronger fighter, you're going to overpower the person.
Good night.
Good. Round one. Oh. Field. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful. Yes, just like that, Mike Tyson. Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike.
You feel where I'm coming from? So I'm always looking for your jab because that's what starts my thing. Because what's the first punch you learn when you go in the gym?
Excellent. Nice left hook. Up.
That's what everybody was taught. So when I come out there and say, why he come out and leave with left hook? Because I don't want to give you my jab so you can get me. You feel me? But if I can get you to reach at my face with a jab, I got you.
Iron Mike is back. And Roy Jones Jr. just handed him the blueprint to embarrass the undefeated Floyd Mayweather. Hold on to your seats, boxing fans, because the sport you thought was quietly collecting dust in the corner just got slapped awake by two of the most terrifying names to ever lace up a pair of gloves. Mike Tyson. Yes, that Mike Tyson, the man who made grown men cry in the first round.
Mike. You break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete. Exactly. Just enough. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent roll. Excellent defense, champ. This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. 40 seconds. You are winning the fight, so there's no reason for you to rush. We are winning the fight. All good for us. Clean shot, Mike. Excellent. Nice left hook. Up. We're done. The job is over. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time! Oh, great work.
The man who once bit off a piece of someone's ear like it was a mid-fight snack is reportedly preparing for an exhibition matchup against the slippery, flashy, money-counting Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. And if that news alone wasn't enough to make your jaw hit the...
I've been through that when you think the further you pull your hand back, the harder you punch, but it's not. Punching comes with relaxation, real good pinpoint accuracy punching. You can hit a guy with a pop and boom, but hit the guy at the right.
You didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them biggest, best two names you can pull up besides Canelo?
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is, I'm not gonna say who
because I can't name a person.
I'm not gonna say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Tony. He didn't go looking for it.
Floor. Wait until you hear who's in Tyson's corner cooking up the master plan. None other than the legendary Roy Jones Jr., a man whose own hands were once declared lethal weapons by the boxing gods themselves. This isn't just a training camp. This is a war council. And the agenda? Simple. Dismantle the myth of Floyd Mayweather. One perfectly timed punch at a time. Let's set the scene properly, because this story deserves every ounce of dramatic flair it can get.
Floyd didn't have an equal.
He did. He did.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, stop. What's the guy named in the wheelchair right now?
Paul Williams.
He could have fought him.
I don't think he would have beat.
I ain't say that. I say he could have fought him though. And you don't think? Hey, in my opinion, the only person that really had a chance in his weight class back then was Amir Khan. He wasn't touching Amir Khan. That time Amir had too good a feet. He wasn't fighting Amir Khan.
Amir was calling him out for years.
He wasn't fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan had too good a feet. I already know this.
I just don't think he would have beat Floyd.
I ain't saying you don't know.
He was young, he was fast, he was knocking people out.
You don't understand boxing like
Roy Jones Jr. didn't just show up to hold pads and shout encouragement. No. This man walked into Tyson's camp like a general arriving before a siege, armed with strategy, insight, and frankly, some spicy takes about Mayweather's career that are going to ruffle more than a few feathers in the pretty boy camp. Jones has been working intensively with Tyson on 3 critical weapons: jab timing, ring cutting, and defensive rolling. Now, if you know anything about Floyd Mayweather's style, you know that man moves like smoke.
But you said you wanted to knock out Floyd, Mike. Where's all this animosity coming from? This is supposed to be a fun exhibition.
I have no animosity. You know, we as boxers, we're 2 fighters, we're boxers.
So this is going to be a show?
I'm not knocking out anybody. Nobody's knocking me out. We're going to fight. We're going to fight.
It's going to be a nice show for the people to watch. Is it still happening? Any new details you could share?
Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank God. Thank God. I'm so grateful.
Impossible to grab, impossible to hit cleanly, always 5 steps ahead. He built an entire undefeated career on making his opponents look stupid. But here's the thing Floyd never counted on.
What? 30 seconds. What a beautiful left hook. I like the way you prepared before. Just like that, Mike. Just one. Exactly. How can I touch you? Explode body shots. Beautiful. He can find you. He cannot find you. Just like that. You can't him. Beautiful crossman. 15 seconds.
Mike Tyson, studying film in a camp run by Roy Jones Jr., is a completely different beast from the Mike Tyson opponents used to prepare for. This is evolved Mike, tactical Mike, dangerous for entirely new reasons Mike, and the jab.
I'm the kind of guy. Everybody tells me not to be this way. I'm competitive. I want to compete against people. I want to know who's the biggest draw in the history of the world. I want to see if anybody bigger than me. And if they are, I'll tip my hat to them. But that's the kind of guy I am. I want to see who's better than me, who's bigger.
Given those numbers and your age, would you feel comfortable saying you are the biggest draw?
Hey, listen, this is what I have to say. My talent speaks for itself.
The Floyd fight, if it happens, will that be your last one? Or given your competitive nature, there might be more?
Well, I think it's going to be my last.
People forget that Tyson had one of the most underrated jabs in heavyweight history. Paired with his signature head movement and explosive angles, that jab was never just a rangefinder.
Today was the day he's supposed to rest, and then they call all of us to come here because he decided to train. My opinion was the best decision. This is the way Mike, handle the things. He's supposed to rest, but he changed the idea, and we are here to push in as much as we can. Excited after the week, and here we are, ready to go, ready to go.
Yes. Bring it on. Blow. Yes.
It was a setup for something catastrophic that usually followed within milliseconds. Roy Jones Jr. reportedly has been sharpening that weapon to a razor's edge, focusing on timing it to disrupt Floyd's rhythm before he can settle into the defensive shell that has frustrated literally every single opponent he has ever faced. Cutting off the ring is the other piece of the puzzle. Mayweather has spent his entire career making fighters chase him into oblivion. He turns the ring into a maze and makes his opponents run laps until they're too tired and too frustrated.
It's a war.
When we left alone.
You gotta really believe that. It's all I ever lived for. It's all I ever lived for. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. My mentor told me, look, that little man, I want it all. No, I don't want it all. You be careful what you wish for. You might get it. You kill people in the ring, you should kill doubt in your mind and in your soul and your heart.
To throw anything meaningful, Tyson's training has been specifically designed to short-circuit that strategy. To funnel Mayweather into corners, shrink his escape routes, and turn that beautiful 20-foot canvas into a very, very small room. But
Hey, listen, that's something I signed for already. It's already going down. It's going to be going down in Africa.
Is it still happening on April 25th?
I believe so.
Okay. So this small injury is not going to preclude it from happening.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. What weight will it be at?
It's just free fighting, catch weight, everything.
Okay. How many rounds?
8, I believe.
Does this interest you, like in the kind of way that the Jake Paul fight interested you, like to fight a guy like Floyd, obviously with a?
It's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
Yes, and especially in a.
Here's what might genuinely shock people most about this camp. Mike Tyson himself is preaching patience. Patience. Mike Tyson, the man who once said his style was to destroy the world. He has reportedly been telling his team that the key to this fight isn't power. It's precision. Stay relaxed, he says. Focus on accuracy and timing. Let the big shots come naturally rather than hunting for the knockout with every swing. This is, without any exaggeration, one of the most remarkable evolutions in boxing history. The most feared puncher of a generation is telling himself to calm down and be a boxer first. If that doesn't send chills down your spine, nothing will. And if Floyd Mayweather is watching this and thinking, oh, Iron Mike has gone soft, then Floyd Mayweather is making the most expensive mistake of his life.
Exit. He was fighting like Mike Tyson. Fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money. And no one would turn away $20 million or whatever those guys may make. I don't know what they're going to make, but they're going to make an insane amount of money. But they have money. I don't get it. So then Mayweather said, hey, to the haters, I'd be mad too. How the F for 30 years.
Efficient or not? Speaking of the exhibition label, Tyson himself has addressed it with a refreshing honesty that somehow makes the whole thing even more compelling. Yes, he acknowledges this would be a showcase bout, not an official sanctioned fight. Yes, it would be professional and entertaining, but here's the delicious tension underneath those calm words.
Your private plane just stuffing money in it. But like, that's the thing though, right? He doesn't need to go make money. Or at least doesn't seem that way. He seems to be doing fine. He seems to be doing fine. But he's going to fight Mike Tyson. My biggest question always around these things is, how do guys, especially the greats, explain to the general public, you're going to watch a fight between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, but it's not going to be an actual fight. It's going to be an exhibition. How much in that exhibition, are we supposed to believe that they're actually fighting? I get the word exhibition when you...
The commentators and insiders around both fighters are whispering something far more interesting. There is reportedly genuine personal friction between these two men, not staged, not manufactured for promotion, but real simmering tension that could very well turn what's supposed to be a classy exhibition into something far more combustible. And if you've ever watched a boxing exhibition where genuine ego and genuine dislike enter the equation, you already know, those gloves stop being friendly very, very quickly.
Against Mike Tyson, you could believe that this is going to be a real fight. Once it's exhibition style, so it won't count against their box rec, and it's not sanctioned by a commission or any of that or that. But you best believe they're going to want to. So they're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to be entertaining because they don't like each other. There's bad blood. They're going to let them fly, and neither one of them wants to go home saying they lost to the other one. Mike Tyson has been, making passes at trying to. He wanted to hit Floyd at the WBC convention. Remember that famous epic moment where he walks up past Floyd and he's receiving his belt and he just flinches at Floyd, and Floyd don't budge. You're just looking at him, right? Mike Tyson always say he is scared little.
Now, Roy Jones Jr. didn't stop at training tips. He decided to go full scorched earth on Mayweather's legacy while he was at it. And what he said is going to live rent-free in Floyd's head for a long, long time. Jones boldly and unapologetically stated that Mayweather, throughout his celebrated undefeated primes, deliberately avoided certain fighters when those fighters were at the absolute peak of their powers. Let that sink in. The man who has spent the last decade being celebrated as the greatest defensive boxer alive, the man who turned zero into a brand and a religion, is being accused by a fellow legend of cherry-picking his moments, of timing his challenges not by courage, but by calculation. Roy
talk about Mike and his past financial issues. I hope that that's not the same thing going on with him now, even though who knows how this man spends his money. He made a shit ton of money to fight Jake Paul, and good for him. His name value carried that fight, and it did a crazy number. I'm sure he'll make a crazy number here, but Floyd Mayweather is the one that seems like he needs the money more right now. Our guy, Andreas Hale, wrote a story that is kind of went somewhat viral. That's crazy, the laugh faces. Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars from his professional boxing career and topped the Forbes list as the highest paid athlete from 2012 to 2014, the boxer is said to have been shortchanged and filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Showtime. The lawsuit filed Tuesday, and obtained by ESPN seeks to recover hundreds of millions of dollars, misappropriated funds, and damages resulting from a long-run.
Jones Jr. didn't mince words, and he didn't hide behind diplomatic boxing speak. He said what many in the sport have thought quietly for years, but rarely said out loud with this kind of authority. Whether you agree with him or not, when a man of Roy Jones Jr.'s stature makes that accusation, it doesn't disappear into the internet noise. It echoes.
Defendants Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza. Mayweather, who's 48, says he is owed at least $340 million and cites a complex web of hidden accounts, unauthorized transactions, and deliberate concealment of financial records as the reason he believes he's been defrauded from those funds. Heyman is not named as a defendant in the complaint, which is interesting because I misspoke and said he sued Al Heyman. He's essentially saying that Showtime and Al Heyman colluded to not pay him with Steven Espinoza, but then he doesn't name Heyman in the suit. Very odd. Anyway, it's a mess, and for those people that always thought that Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made.
Meanwhile, the broader analytical community is absolutely salivating over the stylistic nightmare this matchup represents on paper. Daniel Cormier. Yes, the former UFC double champion who knows a thing or two about elite combat, weighed in on the clash of styles, and his breakdown is fascinating. On one side, you have Tyson's sheer cataclysmic heavyweight power, the kind of punching force that doesn't care how good your defense is if even one shot lands flush. On the other side, you have Mayweather's almost supernatural speed, his footwork that looks like it defies physics, and a defensive mastery so refined that it borders on performance art. These two styles don't just contrast, they collide at a fundamental level. Every round would be a chess match wrapped inside a hurricane. Cormier's point is simple and devastating. All it takes is one moment, one lapse in Mayweather's legendary concentration, one fraction of a second where Floyd's feet don't move quite fast enough, and then the Iron Mike equation changes everything. Adding yet another layer of spice to this already impossibly spicy story, there are significant financial rumblings in the background involving Mayweather's complex and reportedly troubled business arrangement. Mike Tyson paused to do something that revealed everything beautiful about who he has become. He spoke about Muhammad Ali, not as a marketing angle or a nostalgic soundbite, but with genuine, profound admiration. Tyson spoke about Ali's legacy, his influence, the way he transcended boxing and became something far larger than sport. In that moment, you see the full complexity of Iron Mike, the terrifying warrior and the deeply thoughtful man who understands exactly where he stands in the long sacred history of this brutal and beautiful sport. This isn't just a fight announcement, this is a collision of eras, egos, legends, and legacies, and Roy Jones Jr. just handed Mike Tyson the keys to make history one more time. The world is watching.